is Al Fritz from earthhealing.info. We are doing a series of videos for our YouTube, and this is on the Kentucky State Park, which is a Natural Bridge Resort Park. It is really one of the three most popular in the state of Kentucky's 22, and we're really happy with it living so close. And it's a place where all types of people can come and enjoy themselves. Not just those that love the rock climbing in the locality and area, but also those who like to do hiking of all sizes, or who want to just come and visit and see things, that is the sightseers. Or it could be those that bring their kids and want to see the museums that are close and the educational center that's at Blatty. But all in all, it's just a good park in itself. Good food, good lodging, good people. And there's a good swimming pool too for those who want to enjoy themselves there too. But the greatest part of this is the Natural Bridge, which is located on the hill behind us. And we will see a little bit more of that, but that is really what attracts people, and Kentucky's called a land of arches, but this is the most famous of them all. 78 feet long, and it hovers itself in the air in a very pronounced way. So come and see and enjoy it, and if possible, climb to the top of it. Okay. Natural Bridge State Resort Park is a Kentucky state park located in Powell and Wolfe counties along the Middle Fork of the Red River. It's adjacent to the Red River Gorge geologic area and surrounded by the Daniel Boone National Forest. Its namesake, Natural Bridge, is the very centerpiece of the park. The natural process of weathering forms the arch and also much of the surrounding areas of rock formations, and it took millions of years. The park is approximately 2,300 acres, of which 1,200 of that is in a nature preserve. In 1981, this land was dedicated into the nature preserve system to protect the ecological communities and rare species that you can find here. The park was founded as a private tourist attraction in 1895 by the Lexington and Eastern Railroad. In 1910, the Louisville and Nashville Railroad acquired the land, and in 1926 turned it over, approximately 137 acres, to the Kentucky State Park Commission, making the park one of the Kentucky's original 4 state parks when that system was established the same year. There are about 20 some miles of trails over uneven terrain. I want to say that some is moderate and some is very strenuous, and it's difficult. But these trails have been upgraded to where they're wonderful things to travel on. Good banisters at certain places, steps, so forth. They lead to a variety of places within the park. The White Branch Arch, the Henson Cave Arch, and other scenic areas. Some of the most famous sites are the arch itself, Lover's Leap, and Fat Man Squeeze. The park's half-mile original trail to the Natural Bridge dates back to the 1890s. Now, this is the one that my own family, 72 years ago, we went and visited this very park, and it was far less updated than what it is today as far as trails go. But it's a wonderful place to use for hiking. 5 miles of the 307-mile Chautauqua Trace that goes all the way from Round County in north of Kentucky down to the Tennessee border. This trail goes right through the park itself. Natural Bridge has several unique sandstone rock formations, including the Balance of Rock. This is a huge block of sandstone balanced on the edge of a cliff near the Natural Bridge. This formation is one of the biggest and most perfectly formed examples of a pedestal rock east of the Rocky Mountains. Okay. Things to do in the resort park. Well, one thing is biking. There's plenty of areas where you could go and really enjoy yourself there. There's also birding, and of course, a lot of birds pass through this part of the country. And in fact, it mentions here 80 some, but those are spotted and usually the ones that will remain during the summer. But in May and June, which is really the months in which you see a lot of things, including the woodland warblers and others, the neotropical birds that stay south during the winter, these pass through, and therefore you can get large numbers if you really enjoy birding. There's boating and kayaking, which we've mentioned before, and the rentals are available right there from Memorial Day all the way through to Labor Day. There's camping. There's two sites, the Whittleton Campground and also the Middle Fork Campground. There's 87 sites with utilities, but there's also a number of sites that are tent campsites, and they're at a reasonable price for anyone. I've used it many times. Dancing is an area that we don't think about, but it is famous at Natural Bridge. The hoedowns have been as popular subject matter for the Natural Bridge for over 45 years. There's also fishing. The 65-acre Mill Creek Lake, which is very near, has bass, bluegill, black crappie, long gear, sunfish, green sunfish, rainbow trout, channel catfish. You've got to remember to get as many of them as you can, and black bullhead. There's golf for people who like to want to come and just do that also while they're there. Horseback riding, yes, it's available, and a lot of people will want to come and use it. There's actually just sightseeing of wildlife that can be seen. You can see geese a lot of times, wild geese, but also you can see a whole variety, and you can go to the Nature Center and see those rare species that do appear at times, and there's an excellent collection of them right there within the park. We have picnicking and a lot of shelters, a lot of areas with tents and grills and playgrounds for everyone to use. There's a sky lift for more relaxing climb to the Nature Center itself, and it's available for people who like to sort of glide over the countryside rather than to walk up it. And there's 600 feet up that this sky lift goes. It's open daily from April on to the last part of October. Swimming, of course, is available during the warmer parts of the season, and there's an excellent lake that's right below the Hemlock Lodge, and people enjoy it very much. Young people do especially. There's trails, of course, and the trail system is what we have mentioned before, and it's extremely good because it's got almost some of them are half miles and some are 7.5. They go up in length and also in difficulty, but it explains each before one attempts the certain trail. On top of all this, of course, is the lodge and the rooms, the restaurants, which are also in the local area, where you can get to world-class rock climbing if you want to get into some type of high adventure type of exercise. But there's things for everyone, and that's why we really recommend to people to come and see the Natural Bridge Resort Park. This is Al French. We are completing our quick visit to the Natural Bridge Resort Park, and it's one of the most popular in Kentucky, and it's getting almost 1 million visitors here and in the major areas of recreation, that is the Red River Gorge, which is all surrounding it. And so we ask you to come and think about that. There's all kinds of things to do. There's hiking, of course, all the way up to the bridge itself. There's also, we have the lodgings, the food, the various camping areas, and there's swimming,
and boating and many, many things that a person can do. And rock climbing, if you're really into that, in a short distance away. But come and see this, one of those popular parks we have in Kentucky, if not the most popular. So come and see it. It's here for your taking. Al Fridge, earthhealing.info.